Hello there, I'm Boo, and I like drawing, maximizing my hours in all the Pokemon games to find Chinese, and I really love to complain about lore in World of Warcraft. Hello, and welcome back to a new episode of the channel. We're back on the Lost Isles, and this time for real with a new character, with my Hunter Goblin. Yeah, my Shaman days are over, man. Had they ever started? I don't think so. I think I managed 2 times to actually play a Shaman, and every single time it was enhancement, so I have no idea why I even tried with Elemental, but Hunter it is! And we have just accepted the quest to get these wild cluckers back to camp, obviously Goblin-style, by putting explosives up their bum and shooting them back to base camp. Yeah, that is the Goblin way of doing stuff. And we are here with Fun Gal Aquafina, a name and girl I'm obsessed with. And so far we have only tamed ourselves a monkey because so far we cannot tame any mechanical pets. Not because we lack the skill, but because there are no mechanical pets on the Lost Isles. Yeah, sadly, I actually looked that up because I kind of couldn't believe it. I thought maybe they would include like a hidden one, maybe in later times when they included the mechanical pet taming system for hunters, but sadly not. But what they included is the Dragon Isles Await, and Abyssian has been talking to me for half an hour now, which is amazing. With every level up, he tries again to get me to Orgrimmar, and I'm just thinking, man, I'm not even part of the Horde, like officially yet, but sure. Try to get me to the Dragon Isles. Alrighty. And after we've taken care of our need for chickens and eggs, we're gonna get some spiny raptor eggs on top. And I'm gonna untrack this real quick. Because that is very annoying. Oh yeah, drip. We haven't had a drip discussion or me just showing my drip in quite some time. This is mostly just the D1 or D2 of the Hunter. I always forget which is which. This is definitely a set you get on the Darkmoon Fair for all the classes that were available during Vanilla World of Warcraft. One of the sets is moggable for every class, and the other one, well, for every class that is sharing the the armor type with, and the other one is specific to the class. I think this one you can transmog on every other class as well, but I'm not 100%. The belt is from the Goblin Heritage quest, and I love this belt because this belt has it all. It has like little bombs, it has like these little engineering tools, and it also has like this big thing in the middle. I just love it, and I think the gun is maybe from the Sorry Dormy event from Dragonflight. I'm not even 100% on that. And I think the goggles, these are not engineering goggles, funnily enough. I think they're from the Brewfest event, because they always have been there. They're just white items, and you weren't able to transmog white items until very recently, actually. But ever since then, you can mock them, so yay. And now, because once again, we are doing this the Goblin way, we're not actually killing these raptors, we're putting the clucker eggs we just obtained into traps that are already set, and then a raptor comes running at us, and then we loot the egg from the raptor. Yeah, that is very Goblin. Oh man. Well, anyway, let's continue this very normal way of acquiring what you need. Alrighty, Hobart Grapplehammer has sent us to retrieve the biggest egg ever, which is being held hostage by the Mecha Chicken. And just to make sure, okay, this is mechanical, and it just doesn't register as a beast at all. Okay, so you can tame a chicken like this, by the way, but that chicken is on Mechagon, and it's not up all the time, so yeah. Sad. Kind of sad that they don't let you tame this one, honestly. It would have been kind of cool, but we know Blizzard. Blizzard doesn't like that stuff. Blizzard doesn't want stuff like that to be possible. I don't really know why. Like, what harm is done by, well, Blizzard probably knows. Oh yeah, and we can already ride, which is pretty cool. Like, I really don't mind not having to walk everywhere. And I really love this zone. Like, just like every single time that I do one of these things where I show you a starting zone, please, if you've never quested this, please discover it for yourself, because there is so many talks you can also have with all the NPCs around you. There's so many little gags everywhere that I haven't even touched upon. You should really try it out for yourself. And especially the Goblin starting zone, I think, is, apart from the Worgen and the DK starting zone, my favorite. I don't think there is anything that can top this, given Pandaren come really close, because Pandaren are just also done with a lot of love. But, man, Kazan and the Lost Isles just won 110 points, yeah. And now we're gonna gather some shark parts, because, as you can see, there is a big shark in this bay, and we want to take care of this shark. And just like with every other quest, we're also gonna take care of this shark the Goblin way. And also, by the way, the Goblin way, let's hope we're not gonna aggro this one, because I'm pretty sure that he's gonna hit pretty hard. Let me just rock jump over there, because there were some more sharks over here, no? Hello? Sharks? Oh no. Oh yeah, back there. Okay. Let me jump some more over the water. Da-dim. Da-dim. Da-dip, da-dip, da-dip. And just like that, down he goes. Man, I remember this took really long. Back in Cataclysm, and even some years after that, that quest really took some time. Like, you needed... I think that took like 3 or 4 minutes. It was ridiculous. But that is the bright side of scaling, I suppose. Alright, and now we are going to take care of some Naga, because terrible creatures, first of all. And second of all, you know, just we're taking care of all kinds of stuff today. I mean, we've already rescued Thrall, back when he was still cool Thrall. Man, I really have such a bone to pick with Thrall. In my Twitter bubble is a lot of people that really love Thrall, and I appreciate that. But man, I can never agree with any of them. I think he is such a... I don't know, it's... To me, Thrall is such a character past his prime. And I know that is probably absolute heresy to some people, but I cannot. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. Oh man. Anyway, we need some intake Naga hides, and obviously we're looting a lot of damaged Naga hides. And since this is Cataclysm, there are a lot of cool texts now with the quest items, which I always appreciate. This one says, maybe you shouldn't have hit this Naga so hard. And little things like this is something that WoW has been doing more and more and more throughout the years, and I know that they've basically do this with every single item nowadays, and I kind of appreciate that. That is really something that I really like, because it's a very roleplay thing to do that, to like put text on all your items, and I just like stuff like that. You know me, of course I like stuff like that. Anyway, we need to go somewhere where there are Naga, and this beautiful Vashir music is playing. Man, earlier I was recording some video for the Dark Ranger series, and I was in BFA a lot, and I was so in the mood to play BFA, and now listening to this music, I'm so in the mood to level through Vashir, even though leveling through Vashir is more Vashir leveling you than the other way around. But still, man, it's such a beautiful zone. Honestly, should they ever like touch upon a zone, I would love for them to redo Naga, because I kind of feel like they could maybe do it a little bit more justice now, because even though it looks gorgeous, because I think I've already said this in another Goblin video of mine, but like you can really see the step up from Wrath to Cataclysm. Like, it's very apparent and it's very cool. But like, especially in Vashir, I feel like there are places where you can really see that they kind of ran out of art assets. And I feel like, especially when you think of Naga, Like imagine Bashir, but with a few more art assets from Naga. Oh man. And don't get me wrong, I love Bashir. You know me, I love old zones. I don't mind if old zones look a little bit clunky and sometimes not as filled with stuff as the newer ones are. Sometimes I also feel like less is more. But there are some zones in Bashir that could use a little bit more on that front. I just realized what we've been doing while I was ranting on and about Bashir and Nagiatar. This quest is called Bilgewater Cartel Represent, and we just bombed the Naga. The Naga thingies. That is so funny. Oh, that's so Goblin. Well, speaking of so Goblin, we're gonna get some Naga hatchlings now, which are, by the way, spoiler alert, just smaller versions of the normal Naga, which is really funny. And we're gonna lure them with a freaking irresistible pool pony. And man, oh man, I'm gonna show you this pool pony, and it truly is irresistible, and why this has not become a mount for goblins at this point, I will never understand. Also, what I also don't understand is, where did my kill shot go? Why wasn't that in my action bars? Guess we'll never know. Also, I need that, but wait, before I use that copper, before I get that copper, look at this. This is amazing. And you zoom on it through the water, and it even like makes worse noise than you mount. Man, this is, you know, often I talk about the fact that I am not the biggest fan of like the silly goofiness that WoW, especially ever since Dragonflight, has really fallen prey to. But here it really hits the mark most of the time. Alrighty, I'm in your pool stealing your babies, because I have a pool pony and you do not. Not only are we stealing the hatchlings, we're also killing their parents right in front of them. Oh man, we are ruthless. We are so ruthless. I mean, we were in the run for Trade Princess. Can't be forgotten. There's gonna be a lot of like Trade Princess in the next patch. I'm not really looking too much into it because I still want to be surprised by most of it, but obviously there is stuff that I can't really ignore, and I'm also just human. I want to look at stuff. And I wonder if they're gonna touch upon the fact that as a Goblin player, you were in the run for Trade Princess or Trade Prince, which is kind of like the highest stance you can have in Goblin society. And there's going to be all those different cartels, and I think we can choose which cartel we're going to support and stuff like that. And I just really hope that it's going to be very, very exciting, especially for Goblin players. But fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Alrighty. Since we have their kids, they left us alone, and now we're going to take care of this Faceless of the Deep. Just a little reminder of the fact that Cataclysm was also a very voidy and old godsy experience and expansion. Because, yeah, those were the Masters of Deathwing, which you probably know because you played Dragonflight. Yeah. And now we're gonna take care of this ancient evil because, hello, we're a cool goblin, okay? Nothing can stand in our way. We're too cool. Even though he yelled, "Now, young Aquafina, you will die." I, in fact, did not die, but you did. Rest in pieces. Oh no, we gotta get back to town because we're being invaded by the Umlot? Well, by these guys. And that will not stand, okay? We came to this island second, okay? And we're the future Horde members. So you're in the wrong, we're in the right. Don't attack us, okay? What are we even doing wrong? We're just leaving death and destruction in our wake. So what? And now I'm also murdering a lot of people. Ah man, questing in World of Warcraft used to be very different. But not to worry, we have only started our little killing spree. Wait, do you think I am still wearing this little helmet when I'm on my mount? Shall we try this out? Yeah. I love the little detail that the guys stop in their little avalanche of running to our town to attack it and are like, "Hey, why are you running the other way?" We gotta attack those goblins. We gotta attack them fast. They're really bad. Ah man, I miss this in WoW. I miss when they made sure that it's okay that we're not always the goody good guys. Like there is a tendency, and maybe one day I will talk about that in a dedicated video, because people keep asking me why I don't like Dragonflight, but there's a tendency, especially since Dragonflight in the World of Warcraft writing, that all the characters, like our characters, are good people. And while I very much appreciate that message for real life, I don't think that, you know, in a roleplay game, your characters necessarily have to be good people. Like, our characters are most of the time already heroes in one way or another, but back in the day, I always enjoyed that, for example, the way that you sometimes achieved your goals as a hero were a little bit questionable, to say the least. And I feel like they kinda forgot about that. And unless it's like a very universally hated enemy, like for example the Scarlet Crusade, we're very one-dimensional in the way that we're going through quests as our characters, by the way. I'm talking about our characters. I'm not talking about NPCs, none of that jazz, or like what it means to yourself when you're doing a quest. I'm talking about your character because, for example, I think my girl Aquafina over here, she's morally ambiguous at times. She's definitely an engineer, and she's definitely gonna tame a lot of mechanical pets, and I think in true goblin fashion, she just likes to achieve her goals, also sometimes through very methods, you know? Methods. And for example, most of my characters are little self-proclaimed edgelords, and especially like characters like my Dark Rangers and my Death Knights and my rogues. They're not necessarily good people. I have characters that are good people and that always strive to do the good thing and the right thing, but definitely not all of them, because it's a roleplay game, you know? You can make up the ideas of your characters. That is the appeal of roleplay. But anyway, we have reached another level. We can skill out Interrupt. And man, the Beastmaster spec is so barren during leveling. Like the fact alone that you have to kill pack tactics to even be able to shoot more than one Cobra shot per minute is a little bit laughable. Maybe I should have just leveled as a survival hunter. I gotta be honest, I love both specs. Like, Beastmaster is so much easier, especially when you have no gear whatsoever to do like solo content. And once you have acquired a little bit of gear, it starts to be such a blast as a survival hunter. But I really like both specs. I hope both specs stay cool in the next patch. That would be very neat. I would very much appreciate that. Alrighty, and now here we have zombies. Yeah, goblin zombies. I mean, first of all, I love that they slowly all aggro us and, well, walk after us like zombies like to do it. But I think all of them are male goblins. They're all male goblin zombies. Yeah, they are. Different times, man. But something that I definitely want to do is pick up all those mining nodes. Oh yeah, because I don't have enough copper on my account. I definitely have enough copper on my account. Just yesterday I was looking through some characters I haven't played in a while, and I found one of my bank characters that I kind of forgot about, and she had a whooping 2,000 of almost every single ore that is present in the World of Warcraft on her bank. Yeah. And it was still in like the old stacks, so her bank was really filled to the brim. Not the old stacks, like the 200-piece stacks, not the 1000s. And not the 20. No, God, not the 20. Sometimes I remember that we could only stack stuff up to 20, and I shudder. Alrighty, true goblin fashion. We have fire shoes that kill all the zombies. And it's not gonna kill all the other quest mobs. Those we have to kill by our own hands. And you can even ask Assistant Greeley why that is the case, and she will tell you absolutely bloody nothing, because there is no real reason behind it, but it doesn't matter, because rule of cool. Rule of cool always applies when it comes to goblins. Trust. And this is just too fun. They really didn't miss the mark one bit when they did the goblins, man. I mean, some of this stuff is maybe a little bit, some of this stuff maybe has aged a little bit. Just to put it mildly, but I will not comment on it because that is not my place. And also I cannot use my pet because apparently I am my own pet right now while I'm in these shoes. But I will not take off these shoes because these zombies are plenty and these zombies are dangerous. And stop attacking me, my guy, okay? I only have Cobra Shot and a dream. Oh hell yeah, we get some prototypes of these boots. Man, I wish we would get some prototypes of these boots. Yeah, that would be so awesome. Well, but now we're gonna use these boots to whee! Fly to our next quest objective. Man, again, I quested through Gilneas on the channel. You can look it up. It's the first video of the series. It's called The Vorgan Monk. And it's such a different tone, that one. But it's just so much fun, man. Sometimes it's so crazy that like Blizzard was capable of so many different tones in one single expansion. I just thought about it earlier when I was in Battle for Azeroth that like Zandalar and Kultiras are so rich and both so amazing and cool, and they're from the same expansion. And I really like the War Within a lot more than I liked Shadowlands and the Dragon Isles. Well, Dragonflight, not the Dragon Isles. But same old, same old. But it's still not really that great. Like, it is all very one taste, at least in my head. But honestly, if you feel different about that, that is obviously a-okay. Don't worry about it. But like, expansions like Cataclysm and Battle for Azeroth just had so many different flavors that I really wish we could get again. Yeah. And also, speaking of getting again, we're gonna kill Volcanoth now. And I am not 100% on that, but I read some discourse on Twitter, and I think people think this might be a Loa. Yeah, we might kill a Loa, which would be a little bit impressive. Oh, and also, is my pet just one-shotting that thing? No, it's not. But our explosives are. We cannot tame this guy, by the way, in case you were screaming at the screen for me to try. The only version of this turtle that you can tame is in Hightown. And we've already tamed him again and again. And we're gonna fly away with Sassy now, because Sassy always takes care of us and makes sure that we get alive out of the worst situations. I love Sassy. I love her so much. You know, how is it that stuff like this always happens when we set foot on an island? Oh man! Oh no! Look at this! So sassy! Oh no, that doesn't look too good. Ay ay ay. Oh man. Well, we're hanging on for dear life. I mean, this looks amazing. But, Tish, was that us by killing the turtle, or was that Deathwing? I have a bad feeling that was us. Hey, Thrall. I was talking about how cool you used to be when you were our war chief. And more alliance killing, yay! It's been a while since we've done that. Not gonna lie, we've been mostly just destroying flora and fauna and the people that usually live here. the island. Well, 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 but with all of that death and destruction in our way, I'm gonna end today's episode right here and now. I have so much fun with this starting zone. Honestly, it's obviously also a lot of nostalgia because this is just peak Cataclysm in my head, and I just always love coming here. But again, if you've never done this, definitely try it out for yourself because Goblin Starting Zone, mwah, they definitely cooked here. In any case, if you like this episode, then please consider leaving a like or a comment. It helps and I appreciate it so much. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, then maybe consider doing that as well. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. And until then, bye bye.